The best dating advice for all singles out there goes for women and men. Let's begin. Number one, very, very, very important to set yourself up for success and for a healthy relationship, to be aware, to appreciate, to know what it is you want compared to what you don't want. Number one is recast the past. Recast the past. Yes, it rhymes. Whatever. Recast the past. Not delete, not ignore, not deny, not even reject. Recast it. Rewrite it. Redo it. Relive it. In a different scenario, of course. My point is, if you're in a position in the dating world or approaching dating and you still have a very strong attachment, pain, or pleasure with your ex, don't put yourself out there to date. You don't have to worry about what anyone else's approval is if you still love your ex, if you still want your ex. It's okay. Everyone's been there. It's okay. It's also okay to say, I hate my ex. She is the worst. I can't stand him. I had the worst ex-husband ever. And I've heard so many different stories. I'm not here to judge any of them. But if there is such a high passion of pain or pleasure with your ex, you're not ready to date. You're not ready to date. Give it more time. And what I've learned the most as a coach in that process is being the time you are alone or the time you're not dating from that past relationship is a great, huge step to healing, right? To healing. But you're never, ever getting stronger. You're healing the wound. You're healing the pain. You're aiding the scratch. But now I want you to put muscle on top of it. Now I want you to get stronger from that mark, from that scar. I want you to basically rest, recover, recharge. But now we got to get back on the treadmill. We got to get stronger. And so a lot of people feel like when they take time apart from relationships, a huge part is healing. So I love that first step. But the second step, which is even more important towards being ready to date, is putting muscle on that, putting education on that, putting learning lessons on that, understanding the relationship, your part of it, why it worked, why it didn't, why someone was wrong, why someone was right, the ins and outs. Take accountability. Don't blame everything on one person. Either you enabled it or you didn't, or you allowed it to happen, or you didn't pay attention, or you were the problem. There's always two people in a breakup. There's always two people in a relationship. Take your responsibility. Because when you do that, it's very humbling. It's very therapeutic. And then you start to remove that anger or resentment off that situation or that person. And you kind of just accept it for what it is. So when I hear clients in scenarios where they're like, I think we're just better off as friends. It was the wrong timing for us. And I think, we always had a special time for our relationship, but we want different things. You know what? We tried everything in the book for this marriage to last. It's just not going to work. You now have more of a peace and understanding and compassion for the situation. Not that you need to respect and still care for your ex in that sense of anything romantic, but you have compassion and understanding of the situation, what you played in, what you allowed, what you enabled, what you ignored, what you did. And that's going to make you better for the next relationship. That's going to put you in a better position to be recasted as an amazing girlfriend, wife, lover. Recast the past. That's release number 2. Consistency in character is key. Consistency in character is key. 2 things I always say in the early stages of dating, if you're trying to find out if someone is interested in you, if you're trying to see if someone separates themselves from the other dating pool or dating apps. High character and consistency of it. High character and consistency of it. I'm not saying constant. Consistency. Quality over quantity. Consistent on how he approaches you. Consistent, not persistent. Persistent is chasing lust, not love. Consistent is seeing when you're available. Let me know when you're available. Not pushing an agenda, not pushing love bombing, not pushing lust. Consistent is more about of a respectful way of, I want to get to know you when the time is right, when you're available, when you're free. Sounds good. We'll reschedule. No problem. They're understanding. The consistency is huge in the beginning through the time you guys are getting to know each other to the time you're in a relationship, because there's been way too many times in my coaching calls where clients go, in the beginning, he was great. In the beginning, it was perfect. I just want him to get back to that. No. Wake up. This is who he is now. This is who he is. Before, that was a salesmanship. That was a performance. That was a show. That was a presentation. That wasn't who he is. Who he is now, that's who he is. And he's never going back to that. Why would he? Doesn't need to. And the fact that you didn't value the consistency through that time, not constant, consistency, not persistent, consistency. You kind of lost yourself and compromised your standards, boundaries, and morals. Oh, coach, but he was so great the first 3 months. Yeah, everyone's great the first 3 months. Everyone's fucking amazing the first 3 months. Excuse my French. Everyone is. If you're not, then my goodness, give me a call. But everyone is. That's the most exciting part, when you're kind of excited and new and first time and this and all these great sparks and chemistry. Sounds amazing. Everyone should be their best versions in the beginning stages. That's very common. But who they are after the honeymoon phase, after the 2-3 month mark, that's who they are. So you want to see through time before you have the title or the exclusive talk or even getting off the dating app, time to see if they're consistently who they are from the beginning of pursuing you, if they're consistently with you the way of having you, and consistently with you of dating you. Then you realize this person is here for the right reasons. They're consistent. Their character is consistent. They won't take me for granted. That being said, I want to hear what you all have to say on these 2 dating tips. I want to hear your opinions, your situations. Give me a comment out there. I always love looking at them and reading at them myself. If you have any interest in the coaching sessions, you let me know. I'm always here to help. Again, if you haven't seen the other parts yet, I have 1 through 4 back on the playlist. Take a look. Subscribe if you haven't. And again, thank you very much. My name is Coach Andres. Take care.